Now, alright. Now, I heard some people are questioning whether people are healed in ministries or other ministries and things like that. Well, why is that? Because, see, not everybody is healed. Well, even Jesus couldn't heal everybody. Only key figures are mentioned that he healed. The woman with the issue of blood, for example. The blind man. The paralyzed man who was lowered to the roof by his four friends, and then the man at the pool of Solomon or whatever that was, right? He was crippled, right? And couldn't get into the pool, right? So, okay, what's the difference though? Faith. Now, and when you have faith, you can act by that faith. Now, if they cannot heal you, right, on the spot, you have to wait for that faith to come to you personally, too, right? Why? Well, like I told you about my fall. When I woke up, they told me and were preparing me to be bedridden for the rest of my life because they had the x-rays, by the way. Not me. Not you. Right, I didn't see a damn thing. One, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God, right? But we're also to walk by faith, not by sight. That didn't show me till 20 years later, and even then, right, I'm still walking. Now, I'm not saying I'd really discuss this with someone or not either, unless I somehow jump from a 2.25-story window ledge, or the window on the third floor, however you're going to look at it. Technically. So, now, they were preparing me to be bedridden, though, and had me on one of those inflatable and deflatable mattresses. The purpose of those is to prevent um, bed sores. Right. Now, the reason is they knew my sacrum was injured, though they also noted I felt pain in the sacrum, and another problem was my ankle was itching. Now, when I was first dealing with it, okay, I was also on the liquid diet, only. Now, it didn't change until they tried me on the solid food, right? After 2 weeks of not being on anything, right? That's when I took it serious to pray to Jesus as well, right? So, they again stuck the tube down my throat to pump my stomach out, right? And left it in there. That's when I prayed to Jesus, right? Took the tube out by faith, started moving around, got out of bed, bed to chair, right? First week. Then wheelchair, second week. Then walker, third week. Then crutches, the fourth week. And then I went home on convalescent leave and was in the hospital and was out the hospital before my birthday. How did I tell you that, dude? I don't know. I have amnesia. And I'm guessing by what actually happened, right? Because faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Not saying I'm God, but I'm a word from God. Difference there, too. An oracle tells you the words of God. So, that's still an educated guess, though, not memory. Memory of what I told him either, right? Well, like I said, if you're more attacked on base, right? Even off base or at Pastor Thomas's church or wherever, right? 3 possible locations, though 2 of them are off base and I didn't have my ID, that 2 was in the room, right? Right. So that might eliminate Pastor Thomas and Daphne, right? Exactly. So, who on base would have a problem? Someone in the gay Navy. Who has to keep it in the closet at that time as well. Right. Again. Now, I was hearing stories about certain people who are getting involved with gay people too, but I didn't get involved with it personally. Because what? I'm not gay, it don't concern me, and I can't do nothing about it unless you ask me if I'm gay, then I can only tell you no, because I'm only dating women as far as I know. Period. Right. So, within 4 weeks, though, I'm out of bed, right? Now, I also wouldn't know if they attacked me, where exactly they would injure me, but they would have to make it look like I was injured in the fort, these or something like that, right? Right. Now, if they went overboard, too, and injured me more with the weapon, like a nightstick or something like that, right? Again, like I told you before, this is still guessing, right? At the same time, not memory. Same if the stepdaughter came in there to me or not, that's not memory, but I am on base when it happens, right? And I can't get off base unless special compensations are made, right? With the gate guard all night till morning, right? I can't get off base, Daphne, right? Again. Now, this is to clear, though, certain people's name, like Pastor Thomas or my ex-wife, right? So that leaves, if I'm on base, only someone on base could possibly attack me. Only way that would happen is if someone attacked me and I landed to fall and jumped from the window ledge, right? Now, you might say that also could look like a suicide attempt, again, but it's not. Why not? Because I got to explain it to the line officer. See, if you're attacked on base, they can't come forward with that information. No. Oh, I attacked somebody on base, so he jumped from the 3-story window. Right? Right. So, see, this person knows way too much about what I know I might would say to someone attacking me on base. Don't they? No, they do. Way too much. Now, just recently, though, I'm asked a certain question on my last week's PT test that I know I answered correctly. It had to do with the hazardous warning labels. And what did the top red label represent? And I answered flammable, which is correct. But it said I got the answer wrong. No, I did not. No, he did not. But again, if I'm being sabotaged even through UMA, it's again the whole point. Sabotage is just that, sabotage. When you know you answered the question correctly and they act like you didn't, that's sabotage. Always will be. Now, I still got a 50 out of 50, right? 100, right? But even then, I got an 83 and I got the answers given to me by my professor and him. Right. But she still marked 2 of the answers wrong, even though I did it according to the book, right? That's not sabotage. I should have gotten 100% with that. She gave me a 25 out of 30. Professor Hill. If that's your real name. You can't do that either. That's the whole point about what my shipmates were doing. They were not training me to know what to do. They got into the chief's ear before he really got to know me. And same with Robinson. When you're being sabotaged, Robinson, you're gonna guess the right answer first and then realize it's just the wrong answer, right? And then because Lieutenant Guzman asked, "Are you sure?" Right? I knew you were wrong, which helped me guess the right answer, right? Not because I planned it either, dumbass. I just didn't fucking remember it until the last second, right? That's what that really is. That's what that really is. By the way. But you're fresh from 8th school. I shouldn't have been able to lead you anywhere. You should have known the answer before me. I know. See, what they're not telling you, though, is they're not showing me anything new since 8th school. Now, like I said, but did you get in trouble for me answering the question? No. No. Why didn't you? We were trying to figure it out together, and one of us got the answer right. You ever heard of one for all and all for one, Robinson? You know what that means? Right. They tricked you into thinking I would betray you, though I did not. Didn't they? Yeah, whole point. You're really lucky I even remember that shit. They were not showing me a damn thing being working. But don't be grateful or anything, Robinson. Don't think I saved both our asses, just mine. Who put that idea in your head? Surely not me, surely not you. But Ben and King, yeah. But I do know the truth. I do know the truth. Enough of it to know me and what I would do. And what I might have to say. If they're threatening me even with a code red or something, I don't say Jesus can teleport me back to my bunk if he fucking has to, right? Why? They might threaten to even throw me fucking overboard. I don't fucking know. It's not memory, right? If they did or didn't. I would also say it would be like the car, right? Either way, that I was blacked out for a long time with that, right? At least a few hours, right? But I did wake up the same day. I know. But this ain't to prove that, right? No. No. It's a suggestion, right? They could have done it, right? All I'm saying. It's not to prove it all. You can't. Only that you survive whatever happened around a 3-story fall or a car wreck, right? And you know what you would tell them if they're trying to throw your ass overboard, that Jesus could teleport you back on the ship, right? If they try to do something crazy like that. The same place you went to sleep in your bunk. Why would you have to tell them that, though? Either. You shouldn't have to. Right? But if they are doing it, right, and you are waking up in your bunk, and they're not waking you the fuck up, that's weird. All I'm saying. And they have you on the 12 to force. Right? Now, you can't prove this, nor can they admit to it. You understand? It's still attempted murder to throw someone overboard. Even if Jesus teleports them back on the ship. See. But that was over 30 years ago, you're right. 20 years ago, 25, whatever, right? In 1991. We had our first tour, right? I was on the ship by 90, December, right? And wasn't even on there a month before King Dumbass electrocuted himself. Now, who do you think he's blaming? The greenhorn? When the greenhorn didn't even know anything about the bus he was fucking working on, right? And still only just as the voltage was 450 volts and, right, general things about it, not in detail things. I never got to work on one, you see what I mean? It didn't train me to. Exactly. Right. You can't know. Now, like I said, all rape, though, male or female, Jew or Gentile, is wrong. But what ain't wrong? Consensual sex between two consenting adults who are legally old enough to do that. Right. Which is over 16 in Georgia, 18 in other states. So check your local listings, right? Right. Still a PDA, right? Or PSA, whatever you want to call it. Well, public displays of affection, right? I don't know. I don't try to do that either. You would have to seduce me and lure me to the bathroom or something to do that. Exactly. All I'm saying, you're saying. So you might be hearing the movie Goldeneye in the background, which stars Shia LaBeouf and Michelle Monaghan in one of their earlier roles, which is kind of a cool movie, alright? Get it? Critiqued, right? End of story. But you might hear some of it in the background. Just identifying it for you. If you are. Now again. If faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God, I had faith to get out of bed, within 4 weeks of the fall. 6 weeks of the fall, sorry. Right. But 4 weeks of realizing my situation was, the tube was sucking down my throat. Then you get that fucker out, and Jesus is the one who could help me get off this situation. Right. And then I what? Got out of bed. That's how real faith works. Now, when they're going through the Benny Hinn ministry, right, and you're sitting in your wheelchair and you don't get up, they ain't gonna call you to the front. Right. Why? You're not having the faith. You're not having the faith to get out your wheelchair yet. You're still sitting there, so you don't have faith yet to get out your wheelchair. You get out the wheelchair. Like me, being told I'd be bedridden, I got out the freaking bed anyway. Because you believe, because I believe. Now, that's not to put you down and say you won't one day believe either. I never do that. I know. Nor does God, nor does Jesus. But it is you who have to forgive yourself whatever it is you think you're doing wrong in order to get healed too. Don't you think? But what did she say? If I but may touch the hem of his garment, I shall be healed. Right. I will be healed. Right. Sounds like faith to me. And she said this in her head, right? Only God could hear her thoughts. Not even Jesus knew who it was who touched him, right? Remember that? Right? He's a man too. He's human too. And she had to explain, though, by what? Words. And what happened? And what did Jesus say? Your faith has made you what? Whole. Your words. Your faith that God would heal you by touching the hem of my garment has made you whole. Just like they used to believe, right? Which they're trying to use today, like Rod Parsley, the handkerchief, right? The napkin, right? That was on a disciple they believed could heal them, and it healed them, right? Why? Faith. And belief. Works. Right. Now, does that mean the disciples told us everything they thought we needed to know? Sure. But did they tell us everything Jesus told them? Probably not. But they didn't feel they had to. See, the true faithful were taught the true faith, right? But by Constantine, right, they were starting to wear out. In a way, too. Right? They let Constantine take over the church. Yeah, they did. They quit fighting for the truth because you got to fight for it. It ain't going to just magically present itself in your mind like osmosis. No, it's not. You got to learn things here. You're not born with all wisdom and all knowledge and all understanding. Only the Spirit, which is the Spirit, has that. But you're like a light switch. You're slowly turned on, right? You can also be turned off when you get old enough, right, and die. Well, that's what happens with the light, right? You put it into the socket, it lasts so long that it dies, right? It goes out. But you don't have to go out. You let Satan take you out. But that's still not a sin. Because the dust goes back to the thing from which it came, as does the what? Spirit. Go back to God who gave it. That's what Solomon said. Now, you cannot make a robot eat. Why? Your spirit, once it leaves your body, once that last gasp of breath is out, okay, you're dead. Your spirit goes back to God who gave it, not the robot. Not the robot. Now, you can program the robot to kind of behave like you, maybe. I guess, right? But that's all that is. So no. It's still not you. It's still not you. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, if you give it free will, guess what? It might be worse than you, better than you. Who knows? Who knows? Right? That's why some people don't like AI. You want to go somewhere else, but you can't. There's a reason we're on the planet. It's kind of our habitat, dumbass, right? It's where we're supposed to live. Not try and get off of it in some fancy way, because we're destroying the planet too ourselves. Hello? With Satan's help. I'm not saying he ain't helping us destroy it. Right? Sure he is, sure he is. I know. It's also going around the sun. And around. We to go around in circles, burning. I forgot who's on that song, but you know what I mean. I know what you mean. Used it before. Now, like I keep telling them, though, Jesus wasn't concerned with pots and pans being clean, right? Nope. Nor if your house was all swept up now, did he? No. But these morons are, aren't they? What does he mean? I'm not here to judge all that. I'm here to help you get your own relationship with the Father, right? But that's up to who? You? Mm-hmm. No, I never said, Mary Bell, I would never get you pregnant. I said, don't make me cheat on you. I don't want to get you pregnant that way. Because it might cause a friction between us. Right? Exactly what I meant. And you might want to deny he could be my son, right? And I can only say, if you deny it, he could be my son. Same point to her. To everyone. You can't let someone talk you into being with someone. They're kind of tricking you into being with themselves. Right? If you know what I mean there. If they're tricking you, right? Or talking you into doing something you know ain't exactly good or bad, right? Say you're coming over here for a booty call or something, and I don't even know you're with me, right? But you have a husband or something like that. I ain't telling you to do that. I can't, right? Just like Potiphar's and Joseph and the wife. Right? Now, why do you throw your chief slave in jail though? Your wife is going after him, and you know if they didn't fuck, they're going to fuck. Think about it. He can't stop her. He can't stop her. Okay. And all that shows Potiphar. She wanted to fuck him no matter what. No matter what. So you put his ass in jail. Whether he touched her or not. You know, he is going to deny either way, right? That's why Moses told the story the way he did. Male rape, though, especially between a mistress and her slave, right, is not often reported either. Especially when it's female to male. You say, well, I didn't want to do it. She did. Get the point. Get the point. And you're not lying. You know better. You know better. But see, we don't know what happened to Potiphar and his wife after that shit either. They're out the story. Did she have a baby 9 months later? We don't know. Was it Joseph's baby? I don't know. Now, of course, I know. She would also try to sleep with Potiphar again to cover that shit up, right? So maybe it was Potiphar's baby. Who knows? Who knows? After that part of the story ended, you would have to guess, right? That's what I'm saying about some of the stories in the Bible. You might have to guess what all happened because there's holes or gaps in the story. Alright? First thing we know, though, right, is chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. The rest of it is told periodically and mentioned throughout the Bible. It even talks about trees in Eden that could envy each other. Well, I don't know any tree that can envy another tree. But I do know human beings can envy each other. Hello? No. Now, do you know there's a certain part of a male's anatomy that might like a serpent to Eve over by a tree now and talking to her, and she looking at the serpent part of the man until she went over and saw what it actually was. You see what I mean? But okay. You're too dumb to understand who was really talking to Eve. Wasn't a human being, huh? It was really a serpent, huh? Okay. You believe that shit if you want to. I know better. At least by now. At least by now. You still want it to be a little talking snake, huh? Sure it was. Or a talking human being that's mouth's up higher than his fucking penis. Get the point? Excuse me, French. Jean m'appelle. Shane Lee. I'm called Shane Lee, something like that. My name. I am Shane Lee. I am named Shane Lee. I think. But anyway. Y'all want to act like, dude, you were actually in Eden with Eve and Adam to know what all happened. You're not. Nor was Moses when he suggested the idea and wrote it how he wrote it either. Now, what does it mean, though, when you're not to change it or add to what he wrote? Well, if someone's talking about iron with King David and Goliath, okay? Well, that can't be during the time of King David and Goliath. They were more bronze tools back then. Now, the Iron Age didn't happen to when? Around Rome. Now, you remember the statue of Daniel, right? What were the weapons made out of up till then? Gold, right? The Egyptians didn't use gold, silver, right? Bronze, right? The Greeks, right? And iron, Rome. Now, Jesus was pierced through with an iron spear, too. Hello? Not bronze, not silver, not gold, iron. And it also represents the ages of the bronze, the metal weapons, right? I know, dumbass. Don't believe the prophets, believe Satan, huh? I know. Or the scientists who can't see, oh, wait a minute, he's right. They did use more gold in Egypt. They did use more silver after that, right? And up to that, too, right? And then they started using bronze with Alexander the Great, and then iron with Rome, right? So it also represents the Metal Ages, right? On the statue as well. Never thought of it that way, did you? Crazy Christians. Hello? I'm still talking, but you're not listening, are you? No. It's like talking to a brick wall who thinks it is a doll. Don't believe me. The gold didn't precede the silver age. The silver age didn't precede the bronze age. The bronze age didn't precede the iron age either now. In the metallurgies of the planet. So what was King Tut's treasure for? The silver or the gold? Right, the gold. The gold. Again. What did they put in the friggin' pyramids? Gold or silver? Gold. Gold. Now, silver wouldn't come along until when? The Medo-Persian area, right? Right? Then the bronze came with the Greeks who conquered them, right? Because bronze is a mixture of copper and tin, right? And is stronger than silver or gold, right? As a metal. And a weapon. Now, what's the strongest weapon? Iron. Today is titanium, right? But again, we're mixing metallurgies with different metallurgies, and iron and clay do not mix, though, at the feet and the 10 toes and the 10,000 years and all that. But it's been almost 6,000 years, too, right? Understand? Right. But whatever, I don't know nothing. I can't learn anything. Bye-bye.